Hey, this is Rick and welcome back to another tip on my Fibro66 channel. I was going to put this on the Merit SMA-ERD 5.8 channel that I have for like DIY projects and tips, but I thought this might work a little bit more towards medical tips also. If you follow Fibro66, you know this channel is kind of dedicated for immunodiseases and stuff like that, like fibromyalgia, FMS, which is what I have. I have some other issues also, but we won't even get into that right now. This tip is going to be on something simple like boiling eggs. Unfortunately, I had an incident a little while back, and it could have been catastrophic. I left some eggs on the stove, and they ended up burning up, and could have burned my house down. Could have killed my animals. But because of fibro fog and not being able to remember, I put the eggs on the stove. They were boiling away, and I walked out of the house. I left them for about an hour. I was just tinkering around in the garage, nothing real big. I can't do a lot of big projects and stuff. I came back in, and I had this ungodly, awful smell as soon as I opened the door. And my cat Leo was sitting in the middle of the floor, looking up, and and his eyes were like running a little bit. And I said, "What in the heck is going on?" Well, then it finally dawned on me. I came into the kitchen, and he looked up at me like, "What did you do?" This is very dangerous. So this is going to show people how to boil their eggs properly so that they'll peel nice and easy, and you'll be able to make them and not worry about leaving something boiling on the stove for a long period of time. This is what happened. I'll show you the picture because they were still shots. I had to take them real quick and then clean the kitchen up before my wife got home because that would have been a nightmare, and I would have had to explain exactly what happened. Okay, wasn't that awful? That was crazy. It was on the ceiling, it was underneath the cabinets here, it was up under the range, it was all over the stove, it was on the floor, it was on the ceiling, it was everywhere. When they blew up, they exploded. So let's try not to have that happen to you guys. Very simple. I'm going to take a regular sauce pot. This is our new guy. This is King. King is very curious, so he doesn't know about burners and stuff, so we're going to have to teach him without having a flaming cat running through the house. Take your saucepan, and this one for me will fit about 8 eggs. You want to fill the water up about an inch above the eggs. So you're going to go ahead and put your eggs in there. These are regular large eggs. They're fresh, and they're cold. Now this is a really simple tip. Sorry I got into the health aspect of things, but I think it would really benefit people. So I got 6, 7, 8. So 8 eggs, like I said. There they are. So we're going to fill them up about an inch above the eggs. Just plain cold water. There you go. You can see that hopefully. You probably can't. The eggs are actually at the bottom, and there's an inch of water at the top here. So we're going to go ahead and we'll turn our burner on. King now. That's the simple part. What had happened was I was having a conversation with my aunt and my uncle. Watch it, buddy. Come on, you're going to get burnt. You don't understand. Rescue cats. I was telling my aunt and uncle about what had happened, and my aunt, much older than me, had told me about this way of boiling eggs. So I thought I would share it. You're just going to put your eggs on the stove, and you're going to bring them to a boil. Once they come to a boil, a nice simmer where you see that water really agitating and the steam coming off of them, you're going to go ahead and you're going to take your lid, and you can put your lid on there. You're going to turn off your burner. You're just going to put them off to the side here, and you're going to let them rest for about 15 minutes. So you only have to be present for these to boil, which shouldn't take that long, maybe 15 minutes. What had happened when I left them on the stove, I was waiting for them to do their whole thing, which was like about 20 minutes to a half an hour. This way, you're only present for just the boiling portion of it. Then you just walk away, and then let them sit for about 15 minutes. Once you let them sit for about 15 minutes, they're ready to go. You either put some cool water in there and cool them off, cool the cooking process, or just leave them alone. I've left them alone because, once again, I forget to come back, and they're good to go. No problems. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll come back to it, and you'll see what they look like. Okay, so our eggs have come to a nice roaring boil here. This is the easy part. We just turn it off, and just go ahead and put a lid on. Take it off the burner. Put it on the coal burner, and let it sit. We can set our timer right there for 15 minutes. 12 to 15 minutes is usually about right. You can feel that radiant heat still coming off that pot. The beauty of this is the fact that they will just cook by themselves right now, just with that radiant heat that's already built up in that pot. So we'll go ahead and we'll let our 15 minutes count down. Alright, so that sound means that the timer's up. That was 15 minutes sitting here. Shut that off. We can see it's still hot. Ooh. So we'll go ahead and we'll just pour off most of this hot water here. Put in some cold water. Get that cooking process to stop. And we'll take our egg, and here comes the real test. Go ahead and pull it off the shell. The shell's coming right off. No problem. A lot of times you have issues with eggs where the shell doesn't want to come off. This method works pretty good. We'll go ahead and we'll slice it right in the middle here. And there you go. You can see right there that they're done all the way through. Alright, well that's my quick tip for today. I hope it helps everybody, especially with people that have trouble remembering to take these things off the burner like I did. Don't have that problem. Thanks for watching. Please share with your friends. Take care.